Hey guys, you've been watching this WD, Allis Chalmers WD project I've been working on. We pulled the motor out. If you recall, we had a sound up around the bell housing area. Well, once I got the motor pulled and inspected it, I didn't really see anything that was obvious that was worn. So I wasn't quite sure, and still not to this point, what's going on with it. But I needed a way to be able to test the transmission. And obviously without having the motor hooked to it, it's not real easy to get it spinning. I mean, I can turn it by hand, but I need to get it up and going at a good rate of speed so I can listen to see if there's any noises in it. So I've been working for, I don't know, past 30 minutes or so on a solution for that. And let me flip my camera around. I'll show you what I came up with. All right, so got the idea that what if we locked in the PTO shaft, which I've done with that lever right there, it's on. And then I come down here to the PTO and I have made a little sleeve to fit over the PTO, and I've just got it bolted in. And then the tube right here, I welded on the end of it a nut, and then the nut I've put the bolt into. So basically what we're able to do now is take the drill. You don't want to use an impact drill because that'll jar all of your inner workings here. And then I'm going to turn this thing on here and you'll see what we got. So I can spin that PTO. So what it's doing is spinning my whole drivetrain. And right now, I don't hear any noises, which is great. So what I'm going to need to do is, while I'm spinning that, I'm going to flip the camera around up on the front side, and I'm going to just double check and make sure that we got our input shaft spinning. And then I should be able to open the hand clutch and do the same thing, and then watch my input shaft, and I shouldn't see anything. Yeah, I will still see stuff going on. That hand clutch, the only thing it does is separate the rear end. So because we're transferring down right here, and the hand clutch is this cavity right behind us. So, but anyway, I'll be able to test more. I could actually lift up the back end of the tractor a little bit, put it in a gear, and do that. If there's enough torque on my drill, should be able to spin the wheels. But right now I'm not hearing anything, so I want to just make sure that we've got connectivity. So let me readjust my camera right here, and then I'm going to go back there and put the drill on it, and I want to just see if that input shaft right there is spinning. So it should be spinning right now. Alright, so you saw it before I did. I'm gonna have to play my footage back, but we should have seen that input shaft right there moving. So let me get a better, I'm gonna get a better angle. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so hopefully it was turning. Won't really know until I pull this video off and take a peek at it. But if it's turning, I didn't hear any noises whatsoever in that drivetrain. So what does that mean? That means that I've got some sort of issue still with this engine. We looked at it the other night. Everything's clean. There's nothing obvious. This would be where it bolts up with the flywheel and clutch. So probably what I'm gonna have to do, I need to spin this over as well and check it out. And then I may need to go ahead and pull the head off of it and look at the valve train. So not quite sure what we've got yet, but at this point, as long as that input shaft was spinning from this latest test, then it's going to prove that all of my transmission is working, at least up through the PTO portion. The noise existed when it was turning over, so I had the clutch depressed, but it was real stiff, so I wasn't really sure if it was disengaging or not, and that's why I went ahead and ran it through the PTO section to spin all that backside, because I wasn't 100% sure if that wasn't spinning anyway. So I guess what I could have done was pulled the PTO lever on, had the clutch depressed, and then tried to start it, and that, if the clutch was disengaged, it would have not turned the PTO. But I didn't do that. So here's where we're at. Anyway, I just wanted to give an update on it. It's been a nice little project. I don't think we'll take too much longer. We'll be able to get this figured out, what we got going on, and get the engine fixed, and then we'll get this thing back in there and running. The 45 diesel is still hanging out over here, literally. So waiting on some parts and stuff for that. So there's not really a whole lot I can do on it. I wanted to stay busy and get some good content out. So anyway, that's where we're at on this straight up WD with power steering, wide front. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell, and leave a comment below.